In every community, there are faces we trust. The officer who chats with kids at the bus stop. The patrolman who speaks of peace, justice, helping the vulnerable. We believe in those symbols of safety. But what happens when the badge is pulled into shadow? When the person behind the uniform faces the same kinds of allegations most would say an authority should never commit. This is the story of Officer Tommy Norman, a man once celebrated for reach, goodwill, and community outreach, now at the center of a domestic battery charge that is threatening to unravel everything he built. A story of trust, fame, and what happens when the line between hero and accused becomes blurry. Tommy Norman has been a fixture in North Little Rock, Arkansas, for nearly 3 decades. Born August 22, 1972, Norman has served the North Little Rock Police Department since 1998. To many, he isn't just a law enforcement officer, he's the social media cop, the community connector. He's shown up at youth centers, hospitals, nursing homes, performed acts of kindness. He's built trust and visibility. He was awarded the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award in 2021. But on a quiet Saturday night, that image was rocked. Officers were dispatched just before midnight to a home in North Little Rock following a domestic violence report. The call: an argument between Norman and his wife. She alleged he struck her on the chest with the back of his hand. Norman, in his statement, said he was trying to block a slap from her. The report says there was a visible injury consistent with her claim. Soon after, Norman was arrested on a charge of third-degree domestic battery. He was booked into the Pulaski County Jail and held without bond. As the news broke, the North Little Rock Police Department placed him on administrative leave, citing departmental policy during investigations. To understand why this case is resonating, we must understand both sides of the man involved. Norman has spent 27 years as a patrol officer. He gained national recognition for his community outreach. Videos of him engaging with children, visiting the sick, helping neighborhoods, painted a portrait of a cop deeply committed to service. But in recent years, scrutiny has grown over his social media presence. Some have questioned whether the public image and the real person behind the uniform always match. His marriage story often featured in those community moments. Norman and his wife Rosalind met in 2013, married in 2019. Many said they saw in him a supportive husband. In media appearances, Norman described community work as a family undertaking, shared by both of them. Now, the same home that produced images of kindness is the setting for harsh allegations. So how did this case unfold? The sequence is both typical and complicated. The alleged incident. The wife claims Tommy Norman struck her in the chest during an argument. Norman's defense. He says he was defending himself, blocking a slap, so the injury he claims came from that motion. The arrest. Based on the report, visible injury, statements, Norman was taken into custody late Saturday. The charge: third-degree domestic battery. A misdemeanor but serious, especially for someone in law enforcement. Aftermath: administrative leave, departmental and public scrutiny. The question of trust begins to crack. The fallout has been swift. Once news broke, social media lit up. Supporters defended Norman, citing his long record of community service. Critics warned that no amount of past good works should shield someone from accountability, especially when it comes to domestic violence. The tension is real. Many believe in the capacity for good, but some say that no status should place someone above responsibility. Trust matters. Reputation does not absolve. Meanwhile, the police department's internal investigation is underway, as is the judicial process. Everyone is waiting for evidence. Medical reports, witness statements, possibly video or audio recordings, all that will help either corroborate the claim or raise doubts. Because while allegations are serious, proof is necessary in matters of law, especially when involving public figures. This case raises broader questions about policing, public image, and accountability. When someone becomes famous for goodwill, what happens when allegations arise? Does the court of public opinion protect them because of their visibility, or does it demand greater scrutiny? Moreover, what does this mean for trust in law enforcement? In many communities, officers like Norman are seen not just as law enforcers but as mentors, role models. Accusations of domestic violence cut sharply dangerous allegations, potentially life-changing, for both the accused and those close to them. There's also the matter of precedent. How have police departments in other parts of the country handled similar allegations? What about records, internal investigations, transparency, and whether officers are suspended or relieved or kept on the job while allegations hang in the air? These are questions already being asked in Norman's case. Tommy Norman's story is far from finished. As of now, he remains charged with third-degree domestic battery. He is being held without bond at Pulaski County Jail. He is on administrative leave, pending both internal and judicial inquiries. The public and media are closely watching every court filing, every statement, every possible piece of evidence. Whatever the final outcome, this case will test how we as a society deal with allegations against individuals we trust. It will test the conviction that no one is above the law, not even those who have worn the badge long, done good work, stood in the public eye, addressed communities, young people. Subscribe to our channel as we will bring to you the outcome of the judgment. So the next time you see someone in uniform with a media following, remember, heroes are human, icons are accountable. Service isn't a shield. Recognition doesn't erase responsibility. If you found this story thought-provoking and want more true crime stories that peel back the layers of public personas, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon so you never miss when we uncover the truth behind the headlines. Because sometimes, the most disturbing questions come from those we trusted most. If you like, I can also turn this into a version that includes possible future developments as more evidence emerges so you stay current and updatable.